What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not getting any sponsors. So let's go back to what we do, right? Why try to be something that we're not? It is what it is, okay? So, um, here's the deal. I know how this video is gonna go, and this is probably gonna be a little lengthy video because I gotta speak on all aspects of this. And sometimes I've done this for a few years now where I can anticipate what some of the comments are going to be when I drop a video. I already know how some people are going to react. I can already see the negative, backlash from certain things. I can see the toxicity, and then I can obviously see the positivity as well. But videos like this one have to be made because I got to be honest. Now, sometimes my honesty backfires on me because people then claim that I'm just flip flopping and all that sort of stuff because I change my mind with different information, and I think that's perfectly fine. So here's the deal. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title this video. It's got to be something that's going to make you press it. Probably, I broke my PC. Ooh, there you go. I broke my $2,000 gaming PC. That's what I'm going to title the video. Because some of you are going to click on it to see, oh my God, Doc, what happened, right? Some of you are going to click on it with a smirk on your face, like, ha ha, right? Which is crazy that people are like this in this world, but it is what it is. And some of you are just going to be, just curious, right? So here's the deal. For those of you that don't know, a while ago, sometime last year, I bought a PC from Walmart, right? It was $800 when I bought it. It was $800 to $900 when I bought the PC. I can't remember exactly how much it was. It wasn't over $1,000, okay, and it wasn't over $950 for sure. So it was like in between $800 to $900. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, it was a AMD PC on a 5 platform. I forgot what they call it. Essentially DDR5 memory. On the new platform, AMD 5 platform. It had a Ryzen. It has a Ryzen 7600 CPU, and it has a GPU was the Ryzen the 7600 GPU as well. Okay, so 7600. So it made it real easy to remember. That machine was mostly a 1080p machine, and I bought it once I saw that Xbox was going to drop Hellblade at 30 FPS, and that's it. I was done with 30 FPS, so I went ahead and bought it. Now, that machine got a lot of ridicule. A lot of people online said you're stupid for buying a Walmart pre-built machine and all that stuff. Some people didn't even realize what the machine was capable of. I had to prove some people wrong. Showed them running Red Dead Redemption 2 at over 60 frames. It was running like at 144 frames at 1440p. Like there's a lot of people out there that are PC gamers but don't know about PC, which is honestly, it's understandable because I would consider myself a PC gamer that doesn't really know about PC. So I get it. But when they speak with such arrogance and then you prove them wrong, then they look stupid, right? But anyways, my Walmart PC kept getting destroyed in the comments. And I kept telling people like, hey, like I'm having an amazing time playing with this PC because at that moment, I had access to a lot of different games. The old PlayStation games, which was the best games, are the older games, right? And then I had access to Xbox games as well, and I was not stuck at 30 FPS. Not at all. I went ahead and played Hellblade 2 at above 30 FPS, and that game was very demanding, but my PC was able to do it. Now, I tried to play Forza Motorsport at 4K. On that GPU, it only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and the game crashed. I came on and I told you guys the truth. I told you whenever the game crashed. Ratchet and Clank made the PC crash once or twice as well. So I came on and I told you the truth, and some people appreciated the truthfulness and some people just ridiculed. Okay, well, there was a channel member that saw everything that was going on in the channel, and he put his money where his mouth is and took it upon himself to build me a PC, and he sent it to me. it was, I think when I did the review of the PC, it was something like $2,000 worth of parts. It has a 9070 XT in it. It has a Ryzen, I can't remember which Ryzen CPU it's got, but it's got one of the higher end CPUs. It's got 2 terabyte SSD, 32 gigabytes of RAM, fast RAM too. It's a DDR5 platform as well. The PC was phenomenal, and it came in a smaller form factor case. Not extremely small, but definitely not like that Walmart PC, that big Walmart PC. So once I had that PC, the comments making fun of my PC were pretty much done. Only some people that didn't know that I had gifted that PC were still talking trash, like, haha, your Walmart PC. And it's like, and what I said when people would make fun of my Walmart PC was this: that Walmart PC to this day is running perfectly fine, but that Walmart PC is as strong as I want it to be. It's a full PC, meaning if I want to upgrade it, I can. And I remember I told my boy Isomotion Gaming, like, my goal is going to be to only buy parts from Walmart for that PC. Because it was just a Walmart PC, people started talking trash about it. But the reality is that you buy a whole bunch of other stuff from Walmart. So, like, why not buy a PC from Walmart, right? Again, the biggest regret I had about that PC was that it was an 8 gigabyte VRAM. I would never recommend anybody in 2025 to get an 8 gigabyte VRAM card, okay? You can if you know that you're mostly going to be playing at 1080p, and you can if you're going to be playing mostly older, less demanding game. But VRAM really is important. With all the upscaling and everything that's going on now, I think as long as you have VRAM, you'll be fine with a lower GPU. Again, as long as you got more than 8 gigabytes of VRAM, I'll say 12 at least. But that's just from my personal experience, what I learned. Okay. But anyways, I don't remember exactly how much VRAM the 9070 XT has, but it's way more. I think it's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So it's perfectly fine. Like, I'm never even close to going above VRAM on this machine, right? So the person gifted me this machine pretty much so he could shut up the haters, and he wanted to do it through me. Who am I to tell him no? I was like, send me the PC, and boy did he send it, and he sent it. And this gaming PC is phenomenal. I've been playing on this thing. It's been amazing. It's definitely better than the Walmart PC, right? Here's the truth though. Games on PC do crash. There's more processes going on PC than a regular console. And I could tell you, because again, I have no reason to lie to you, okay? I have had more games crash on PC this year alone than I've had on my Xbox Series X the entire time that I've had it. Hands down. It's not even close. When it comes to updates, right? I know PC gamers hate when people say that updates are not a hassle, this, and that. Listen, I got no reason to lie to you. Yes, you can set your updates to update automatically. They don't always update automatically. Sometimes there's issues with the updates. Like right now, there's this random issue with Windows where it's like messing up people's SSDs and stuff like that. So if you update to the nearest one, so again, just there's stuff like this that happens. Now, do consoles have to update as well? Yes, but I can't lie to you. It's way easier to update a console than it is to update on a PC. Sometimes different apps have to update. Sometimes you'll go to the Windows store, hit on the downloads, and you'll see a whole bunch of apps that haven't updated on their own. Whereas on console, hey dog, those apps are gonna update automatically. So I'm not gonna let the PC community gaslight you. Yes, it is harder to update stuff on PCs because you gotta look at it. I'll give you an example. On my Asus ROG Ally, sometimes I gotta update Armory Crate, right? Sometimes I gotta update Windows, and sometimes I gotta go into the actual Asus app and update stuff in there. Full transparency. Okay, now what you're gonna see is some PC gamers down below try to dispute me, and then you're gonna see some other PC gamers that's like, no, it's true. But with all that being said, I'm here to tell you that I have enjoyed PC gaming a lot, and I don't plan as of right now to go back to console. But remember, my main goal was 60 FPS period, right? So maybe the next console that Xbox makes, which is supposed to be some type of PC hybrid-ish, those are the rumors. If it's locked at 60, right, or 60 or above, maybe I will purchase that console. I don't know yet, right? But this is what happened to my PC. My PC is running great. It's running phenomenal. From time to time, you should open up your PC and clean it up, okay? I have cats. A few months ago, I decided to open up my PC and clean it up, which I did. I opened it, cleaned it up. I think I showed you guys what it looked like inside, everything. Went ahead, connected it back to the TV, and then I went ahead and, started gaming again, and everything was fine. Okay. The PC that this man built for me is also a quiet PC. That was one of the things that I complained about my Walmart PC, is that it was actually, pretty loud, and having that thing in the living room and everything, right? Yeah, it ran beautiful. I was able to run games or whatever, but depending on what game it was, that PC could get pretty loud, right? This PC, you could barely hear it. It is really quiet. Okay. So a few days ago, I'm playing, right? Playing actually Forza Motorsport, excuse me, and the game crashes on me. No big deal. Games have crashed before with me on PC. You just boom, reload, you back in, everything's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm playing, everything's good, boom, boom, boom. Crashed again. This I have never had a game like crash back to back like that. So I was like, that's a little interesting, right? Played another session, everything was fine, whatever. Only played for a little bit more, got off of it, whatever. Typically I leave the PC on and we watch Netflix on it, Hulu, all that other stuff. So the PC has become like the entertainment hub for most of the family as well, which to me doesn't bother me. It's easy for me to go back and play a game or whatever, right? Had Netflix running, whatever. I was doing some stuff for work, and as Netflix is running, the PC crashes, restarts. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's weird. Go again, blah, blah, PC crashes and restarts. Again, this is a few days ago. So now I'm noticing a pattern where the PC is crashing and then games are crashing and the PC is restarting. But the PC is restarting all the way. It's not just like turning off, whatever. Like it's turning off and turning back on. So something is going on. Then a few more crashes I get and it says your device encountered an error. PC needs to restart. Okay, what the heck is going on? After about 6 to 7 times within the last 3 days that my PC has been doing this, I said, okay, enough is enough. Obviously, there's something wrong. There's something going on with the PC. I hit up the dude that went ahead and built the PC for me. He walks me through a few troubleshooting scenarios and especially diagnostic tools, right? Come to find out, the one that found the problem was memory. Okay, so the memory, what's it called? Windows Memory Diagnostics. That thing found a problem with my hardware, right? Which is like, oh man, that's what you don't want. You don't really want hardware problems because then you don't really know what it is. But at least it was the memory, which is the RAM. Okay, I go to open up my PC, right? Like I've done before when I cleaned it. It was about 3 months ago I cleaned the PC, right? I go to open it up, okay, and as I'm opening it up, again, it's a mini, I guess middle ITX machine, right? Which is a whole nother topic. I'll talk about what it's like being new to PC gaming and opening up a mini ITX PC. It is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. The spaces in there are tight. Like everything is touching each other, and this is gonna explain a lot, right? So I look to see where the RAM is, and the RAM is sitting behind the CPU cooler, which is big, right? So I'm like, holy cow, how am I gonna get over there? And then there's plugs. There's a power plug, the GPU plug, there's the F panel plug, which I'll tell you guys about that as well. There's all types of plugs. So to get in there, it's already difficult, right? So I would have to unplug everything. At one point I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get to that unless I unplug the power supply. So I tell my guy, like, hey bro, I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach these RAM sticks to be able to see if there's any like physical damage or anything like that, right? He says to me, I'm sure you could do it. Try. If not, if you got to remove the power supply, I believe in you as well, right? I'm like, okay, no worries. So go to Best Buy. I buy some new RAM. I ask him, I'm talking with him the whole time, is this the right RAM? He says, yeah, this is the right RAM. Okay, boom, I got the RAM. Perfect. I come back home, open up the PC, I'm looking at it, and I'm about to install the RAM, and I notice that there is a cord that is out, that's not plugged in. Okay, now I haven't unplugged anything yet. Okay, but I notice there's a plug that's been out, and it's been out, like it's not even close to where the plug's supposed to be. And I look at it, and I'm like, okay, I mean that's weird, whatever, right? I go ahead, put in the new RAM, right? I try to take out the old RAM. I'm like squeezing my hand in there, right? Try to put in the new RAM, and I go ahead and plug it back to the TV, but I don't put the side panels on. Okay, this PC doesn't have any RGB. It's a blacked out PC. So when the fans are spinning, like the front fans are spinning, I can't see it because everything is just blacked out. Okay, and the mesh is really tight, right? The one thing I do remember is that every time I cleaned this PC, it didn't really have like a lot of dust or cat hair or anything in it, right? But again, I cleaned like about 3 months ago. But this time I happened to put it back on. I turn it on, and because the side panels aren't on, I could see through the PC. And I noticed that the 3 front fans aren't spinning. They're not spinning at all. So I'm confused. I'm like, wait, why aren't these fans spinning? Now, you don't know what you don't know. I have gone up to this PC plenty of times, right? In the last 3 months and touched it after gaming sessions, put my controller or whatever, and have felt the heat. It feels hot, right? But when I'm up close to it, I do hear fans. The fans that I was hearing were the GPU fans and the CPU fans, because the front fans, the 3 front fans that bring air into the device, were not connected. I must have knocked out that fan 3 months ago when I was cleaning it. So that means that for 3 months, this PC was running with the only fans that it had were the GPU fans and the CPU fans, which obviously would make sense how that would damage the RAM. The heat would damage the RAM. And I had no idea because the PC is quiet regardless. When I saw that, I was like, what was going on? Grabbed the PC, went back. I looked at the plug that was sticking out. I just thought that it was like an extra plug. And I realized, had a flashlight, again, small mini ITX machine, right? I see where it says fans, plugged it in, went back, plugged it in. And oh my goodness, the difference was ridiculous. I could hear the fans now. Now they're still quiet because they're Be Quiet fans, right? But I could hear them. Not only that, but when I would touch the chassis of the PC, I could literally feel the cool air. The PC wasn't hot anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I just messed up this PC and it's been running for 3 months like this. And I've been playing games uncapped. I've been playing games at 4K. Listen, if you're going to game on PC, you might as well push it, right? 60 FPS is more than enough, right? But if you got the PC, you got the hardware, might as well push it. Some games don't like running above 60, by the way. I know some people don't tell you that, but some games are pretty unstable if you go above 60 or whatever. But anyway, but I've been using this PC. I've been gaming this PC for hours. I've been downloading games. The components in this PC have been getting hot for sure because those 3 front fans were not pulling air in. I know some people in the comment section, that's what happens when you give an idiot a PC. Look, man, I don't know what I don't know. Especially with the Be Quiet fans. I thought it was just really quiet. Well, yeah, PC is going to be quiet if the fans ain't spinning, right? So again, I had no idea. But now I got the fan spinning, and now the PC is, running a little bit better, right? But still, it's telling me that the RAM sticks, that there's something wrong with the memory. I ran another diagnostics tool again. So finally, ran another diagnostics tool. It tells me that it's messed up. I go ahead, unplug it, right? This is over a 2-day span, right? Because I got work, I got kids, so it's not like I could just sit there for hours, okay? So that's another thing, man. I have never had to troubleshoot a gaming console like this before in my life. Never. The PS5, our PS5 has shut down on us 3 times because of overheating now. No, 4 times because of overheating now. And it's usually opening it up, cleaning it, going back, and hopefully it works again. We have no real reason as to why it's heating up. We have it standing vertically, and we've had it since the one that my son has since 2021, I think is when we got his, so a year after it came out. So it shouldn't be the liquid issue, but regardless, the troubleshooting of it has never been as much as a troubleshooting for this PC so far, right? So anyways, I go ahead, replace the RAM sticks, plug the computer in. It's not working. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, when you put in RAM sticks, something that you need to know as well is you have to push it in hard enough so that it automatically clicks and then the latches come on. Clock, okay? You don't know, right? All right. But again, getting back there was horrible, all this other stuff. Then I had to connect. Oh, there's another thing. In order to do that, for me to replace those RAM sticks like properly, I had to unplug everything. So I took a picture of it, unplugged everything, and then I went to put everything back. However, the F panel plugs, for all you PC gamers, and you know this, right? The F panel plugs are little tiny plugs. Those are the hardest plugs to figure out. Everything else is almost like a Lego set because this only fits here, this only fits there, right? Now, for you to get your hands in there, whatever, it's a different story. But this only fits the F panel plugs. I literally had to look up the manual of the motherboard, and then it would tell me the positive goes on this side, and then I'm in there like just trying. I literally bought an iFixit toolkit so that I could get in this thing. And I fixed, the iFixit, all that other stuff. I don't want no damn sponsorship from you anymore. I'm tired of asking for sponsorships. Anyways, listen. So I had the iFixit tool, and that helped me out, put everything in. So I did it, right? And then, it wouldn't turn on. Then I looked at the motherboard again, and I found out that I had it reversed, fixed it. Boom. Finally, the PC turned on. Everything's going well. The dude is helping me out, right? But now I got to go into BIOS to make sure that I'm using the RAM sticks correctly, right? I know right now console players are, if you've been in here right now, it's 20 minutes, console players are like, ain't no way I'm doing any of this. Hey, dog, I don't blame you. Trust me, I don't blame. Again, I got nothing to lie to you about. Console gamers are like, ain't no way I'm doing this. Somebody's going to put in the comment section, just get a PS5 Pro. No, we're not doing that either. But I understand. I understand, right? So anyways, so I got to go into the BIOS. I got to change the RAM to either XMP or Expo, right? Which, if I'm going to get the 6,000 megahertz of this new RAM that I just bought, right? I do that, whatever. I go to reboot, and for whatever reason, the PC stops rebooting. All I'm getting now is it turns on, right? And it's cycling, power cycling. Nothing is happening on screen. I can't even get into the BIOS anymore. So I'm like, what the heck is happening? I literally take it back apart, unplug everything, because I'm looking at tutorials. People say unplug everything, take everything out, put everything back in. I'm thinking I must have dislodged something when I was putting my hand in there trying to put the RAM sticks in. Because again, I did not take the CPU thing. If I could take the CPU thing out, it would have been easy to do. Now, here's something that you need to know. That Walmart PC that everybody talks trash about is a full desktop. So I actually have changed the RAM sticks on that PC because that PC came with a single 16 gigabyte RAM stick, right? And people told me, no, get a dual channel, get two, right? So I did. I upgraded that to a 32, 16, and 16 dual channel RAM, right? And yes, alternating slots and stuff like that is something else you got to know, right? But on that Walmart PC, it's a full desktop PC. So you literally open up the side panel and you literally see each individual component. Shout out to the Turk. The Turk one time helped me out because I told him that the fans on the Walmart PC, I guess they weren't running right, or they were always running loud. And he asked me to show him a picture. I showed him a picture. My Walmart PC, when it came from the factory, I guess, had the fans connected to the power supply. The Turk showed me how to connect it to the motherboard, so then I could control it from the motherboard, right? But that was easy. It was like, hey, grab this, put that there, boom. And it was like, it wasn't hard to do because again, I have a full access to the panel. On a mini ITX PC, you're in there, man, it was ridiculous, right? So first problem I had was obviously when I cleaned the PC, I must have dislodged the fan, right? And again, some of these components, when you plug them into the PC, plug in like they like click in, click. Others don't. Others are like they just like slide in real easy. Pause. And so they can slide out real easy. Pause. Anyways, so I'm dealing with this. The power cycling is not turning on. This and that. The dude that helped me build the PC is like, Doc, I literally don't know what else is going on. The last thing that I could do, that I could think of doing that I'm looking for troubleshooting, is resetting the CMOS battery. I know some of you are like, oh, reset the CMOS battery or whatever, right? Again, it's a mini ITX PC. In order for me to get to the CMOS battery on this thing, I would have to remove. It looks like because I looked it up on the manual where the CMOS battery is. I would have to remove the GPU, which is the 9070s. This thing's like this big, okay? I would have to remove the CPU cooler, right? And then that's how I could see the actual miniature motherboard and then click on the button to go ahead and reset the CMOS battery. That point, I said, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm going to look up where there's a Micro Center near me. For me, where I'm at, there's a Micro Center about 50 minutes from here. I said, today's my day off. It's perfect. I had a meeting at work this morning. I went to the meeting, even though it was my day off. But, when you got responsibilities, it is what it is. Went to the meeting. I literally went in civilian clothes. I really went in regular casual clothes, whatever. I go to the meeting. I'm sitting there. Meeting is done. I literally got the PC in my vehicle because I'm going to take it to Micro Center. I'm as I'm driving, I'm texting the dude that gifted me the PC, whatever, and he goes, okay, yeah, if you don't feel comfortable doing something, take it to a professional. Go ahead, take it to Micro Center. They'll check it, and then he tells me like, but hey, go ahead and put in the old RAM so they could check the old RAM as well, because they'll be able to fully diagnose this. Because after I plugged in the fan, one of the tests where I did the system memory came back saying that everything was fine. It was this future test that said that there was still something wrong with the RAM, right? So I said, okay, no worries. So I come back home. I have already Googled where the Micro Center is. I literally have it on my GPS. And all I'm going to do is plug in the old RAM, okay? For whatever reason, I said, all right, let me plug in the old RAM. I unplug everything again, which I've done before. I plug in the old RAM, pam, make sure it clicks in. Then I put everything back in, make sure it clips in, right? I push everything down, right? Connect it to the TV. And it turned back on. Booted up the BIOS and everything with the old RAM sticks. I'm losing my mind right now. I'm actually upset that the damn thing turned on, because now I really don't know what the heck is going on. But I said to myself, you know what? I know it's going to crash. I hit up the dude. I was like, I don't know why it turned on, but I'm going to test it. I'm going to go ahead and play Forza Motorsport. Not only am I going to play Forza Motorsport, but I'm not even going to baby the computer. I'm going to put HyperFX on, right? Because that uses more whatever, right? I'm going to make sure I don't have any frame rate caps on. I don't care. I'm going to play the game at 4K. I don't care. And I'm going to play the game on high. Let's go. I played Forza Motorsport wanting the PC to crash. I played for about an hour and a half. The damn thing would not crash. I have no idea what's going on, right? In the middle of me playing, I said, you know what? I'm going to have it do something else. So I'm playing Spotify in the background as well, right? Open up a web browser. Have a web browser in the back while I'm playing the game. PC is still not crashing. If it's a memory issue, it should crash by now. I don't understand what's going on. I'm getting frustrated that the damn PC is not crashing because now it's working. I said, aha, I know if I play Netflix will definitely make it crash, because that's what made it crash. Last time the whole PC restarted. It wasn't just Netflix that crashed. Go ahead, finish playing Motorsport. Put on a show, a Netflix show for my family. They've been watching. It's still on. I can still hear the PC on right now. They've been watching this Netflix show for about another hour and a half, probably. Right? I have no idea what happened. I have no idea why the PC is working now. I have no idea why it wasn't working earlier. The only thing I could think of is I must have pushed some things in a little bit better and a little bit deeper. Pause. But now it's working. I don't know. I'll keep giving you guys an update. If the PC crashes again, I will be taking it to Micro Center. If the PC crashes again, I already have the second set of RAM sticks, if it is the RAM stick. So I already have it, right? Somebody told me the dude that gave me the PC is like, you're never gonna go wrong holding an extra pair of RAM sticks. So if you want to return them, you can, but you're never gonna go wrong just holding them. I said, okay, sure, I'll hold on to them. It don't matter to me, right? It was over like $114 or whatever. But I don't know what happened. What I learned from this is this, okay? When you're handling a PC and you're opening it up and you're cleaning it, you got to make sure you don't unplug anything, okay? But the biggest lesson I learned is, yes, many ITX PCs look nice. Yes, they look more like consoles. However, if you're a brand new PC gamer, this is, again, advice that I would give myself. Get yourself a regular desktop, because that Walmart PC was way easier to change things. And I can only imagine how much easier it's going to be when I have to upgrade the GPU or anything like that for that PC. It just is what it is. If I got to upgrade the GPU to this mini ITX PC, I have no idea where I'm even going to start. I have no idea in what order to take everything apart, because obviously in a mini ITX PC, you got to build things in a specific way. But it is what it is. I digress. And for all of you that were making fun of my Walmart PC, that PC is still running strong. My son still uses that PC. No issues, no problem. And it's sitting on the floor collecting dust. He barely cleans it. We cleaned it last time and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, you're going to break this thing. And he's like, it runs perfectly fine. Dog 1985. There's levels to this. I love PC gaming. It's not easier than console gaming. I ain't going to lie to you. We out. Peace. Let me know what you guys think. Pretty long video, I know, but it is what it is.